कांग्रेस नेता शशि थरूर के नेतृत्व में सर्वदलीय प्रतिनिधि मंडल का समूह 5 इस समय कोलंबिया के बोगोटा में है। प्रतिनिधि मंडल ने राष्ट्रीय कांग्रेस में हाउस रिप्रेजेंटेटिव और सीनेट के द्वितीय आयोग सदस्य के साथ बैठक की। आतंकवाद के खिलाफ आवाज उठाने और दोनों देशों के विकास के मुद्दों पर चर्चा हुई। इस दौरान शशि थरूर ने भारत का रुख साफ करते हुए पाकिस्तान को कड़ी चेतावनी दे डाली। सुनिए।
We come to you with a particular international issue that affects us, that we seek the understanding of the people of Colombia for. And indeed, as your colleagues join, we can probably cover some of the same ground. My colleagues can also join into the conversation. But let me just begin by saying very briefly that what brings us here, all of us diverse members of Parliament, is a united message in defense of our country. We have been subject for many decades now to repeated terrorist attacks from across the border from our neighboring country, Pakistan. On the 22nd of April this year, there was one more that really was in many ways the last straw for us, when 26 innocent holidaymakers, tourists, were shot dead in the territory of Kashmir. And shot dead in cold blood, profiled for their religion, and told so, and their families were spared so they could go back and give the bad news that their husbands had been killed because of their religion. It was a very, very ugly terrorist attack. And in this particular instance, we have decided that we cannot let this crime go unpunished. We have taken very serious action after 2 weeks during which no effort was made in Pakistan to apprehend these people who are enjoying safe haven there. We decided to strike a number of terrorist sites, well-known, established headquarters, bases, training centers, and launch pads of organizations on the list of the United Nations Sanctions Committee terrorist list, all of which are also identified as designated terrorists by the US government. So these are not innocent people. In fact, when we chose these targets, our government was very careful not to take, even by accident, any Pakistani government target, any civilian target, or even any Pakistani military target. It was only terrorist camps. And we struck them with great precision. We did so at night from 1:05 to 1:30 in the middle of the night, so that there would be minimal risk of collateral damage to any civilians. No civilians were likely to be around at that time. And I'm glad to say the strikes were so precise that there was no collateral damage. Only the terror headquarters were hit. Now, when this happened, Mr. President, we also issued a statement to the world saying what we had done, explaining how we had chosen these targets, and saying that if Pakistan did not respond, because this was merely a retaliation for the terrorist attack and nothing else, there would be no further action from the Indian side. Unfortunately, Pakistan did choose to retaliate with indiscriminate artillery shelling across our borders that again killed 19 civilians and injured 59 more. And these were people who are again innocent people. There were nuns in the convent of the Carmelites of Mother Mary. There were worshippers in a Sikh temple, a Gurudwara. There were people at their homes. There were children. There were people on the streets. It was a truly criminal act. So India responded equally hard with our own artillery. Pakistan sent us drones and missiles, which we blocked through our air defenses, and we hit them back with 11 additional strikes. And these 11 strikes were on military targets. There are satellite pictures publicly available showing damage to the runways of airfields controlled by the Pakistan military, including one not far from their army headquarters. And after 88 hours of this exchange of fire, the Pakistanis reached out to us and said they would like to stop. We said, we told you, if you hit, we hit. If you stop, we stop. And so we stopped. But this is something which we feel the world needs to understand. We were a bit disappointed, as I said to the Vice Foreign Minister at the Foreign Ministry today, with the statement issued by Colombia at that time, which expressed condolences and sympathy for the people in Pakistan rather than for the victims of terrorism in India. We have been told by the Foreign Ministry, by the Vice Minister, that that statement has now been withdrawn, that they had not fully understood the situation, and we're very pleased that statement has been withdrawn, because today, after a very detailed discussion, we were able to conclude the meeting with the government understanding very well that there was no equivalence possible between terrorists and tourists, between victims of terror and perpetrators of terror, between those who are attacking and those who are defending themselves. We have a right to self-defense, and that's all we were exercising. And we're very pleased that the government seems to have understood this message, and we would like Congress, you would like your assembly to understand this message as well. We are a peace-loving nation, Mr. President. We are interested in our own growth and development. The big adventure in India since our independence has been to pull our people out of poverty, give them opportunities to grow and prosper. As you mentioned, we have now so many areas that India is growing in spectacularly: pharmaceuticals, information technology, advancements in different areas where we are looking forward to even more collaboration with countries like Colombia to take our own development forward. That's what we want to be focused on. We have no desire to be distracted by conflict and terror and war and so on. This is not our interest. There is nothing we want from our neighbors. We are very happy to leave them alone. But they too need to leave us alone in that case, so we can grow in peace. This is the message we wanted to give the people of Colombia, because we fear that this kind of problem may happen again. And so we seek not only to explain what has happened, but to seek in advance your understanding that the next time there is an incident of terrorism like this, that the people of Colombia will understand the background of this sad development, will show us the understanding and sympathy we look forward to from your people. We are not, as I say, a country that is interested in conflict. But if people attack us, we will not let it go unpunished. If our civilians, our innocent people, are harmed, we will hit back. And that message also needs to be conveyed through you to the people of Colombia. So that is what I'm here for. My colleagues will have many things to add if you have a few minutes to listen to them. But I do want to say that we're very grateful that you invited us here, and that you will be kind enough to hear our point of view on a situation which is truly, truly dismaying. We are still proud of being the land of Mahatma Gandhi. Later today, we hope to go and pay tribute to the bust of Mahatma Gandhi in Bogota. Mahatma Gandhi taught us the importance of non-violence, of peace, but he also led our struggle for freedom, and he taught us the importance of protecting our freedom and the importance of freedom from fear. We will live free, and we will not live in fear. We will live with strength, and that is what we want you to understand. Thank you, Mr. President. Let me mention one thing I wanted to show you. You know, when this terror attack happened, the credit for it was taken by an organization called the Resistance Front, which is a unit of the Lashkar-e-Toiba, a proscribed terrorist organization listed in the Sanctions Committee. When we struck, there was a funeral for some of the terrorists who were hit. The funeral was conducted by this gentleman, who is himself, in fact, somebody called Hafiz Abdul Rauf, a member of the LET. And I show this to you because who is attending the funeral? It is a funeral attended by uniformed military and police personnel in Pakistan, from the Pakistan authorities. So when you see, on the one hand, innocent civilians and children being killed in India, and you see this in Pakistan, I think you will understand there is no equivalence. There is no comparison between the victims on one side and those on the other.